Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the PML podcast. This is a special one called Housing Market Heat. We are joined today with Kevin Taillon, Melanie Taillon, and David Keslar.
Yep, and I'm Nate Bartlett. I'm here along with John, and this is the first time we're trying this, so we're going to see how it goes. But mainly, we're going to try some wings, eat. We got some sauces from Naked Sauces from Kevin. And we're going to try 6 different ones and also get to know Melanie and David at the same time.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Kevin, can you tell us a little bit about Naked Sauce?
Well, Naked Hot Sauces was born 5 years ago or so, officially. We make all the stuff and bottle all the stuff in-house at Fire and Spice Bistro in Newfields. But basically, Naked Hot Sauces came about because I wanted to make hot sauces that didn't have a million different ingredients that you couldn't read and spell and understand or even say.
Okay.
No preservatives, all natural ingredients, local. Try to use local farms as much as possible. Definitely in season, I use all local farms.
That's awesome. When did you first get the idea in your head to do something like that?
Back in 2015, I worked in corporate dining, and that's the secret sauce.
Okay.
Ooh.
I worked in corporate dining, and the account that I worked at had put a garden on site. And awesome. They asked me, I was the chef, and they asked me what I wanted them to put out in the garden for vegetables and herbs and things. And they told them chili peppers, cilantro, whatever herbs they felt like I could adapt. But
so you had people garden for you? And
so
for you?
there were a group of folks that were scientists or whatever, and they decided that each department would take over a portion of the garden, and they grew all the peppers for me. So I went out there and at the end of August that one season and filled a bus pan with peppers and herbs and things and threw them all together and made one sauce, and it was called Garden Variety. And that's what started the whole thing.
Perfect.
Naked Hot Sauces being no additives, no preservatives, no crap that you can't spell.
That makes sense to me. That sounds like a good deal, too, having people garden for you, and you get it to make all the sauces with it after.
So how long has Fire and Spice Bistro been open? Because I know you guys already have quite the following. I've heard great things. My in-laws love it.
Good.
I can't wait to get down there. I've been trying to get my wife to go with me, but we got the 2 kids, so it's kind of
Very
a pain.
kid-friendly. We opened during COVID, July 17th of 2020. So we will be celebrating our 2-year anniversary this Sunday. So this week we have tons of celebrations and music and giveaways and contests and all that good stuff happening. So, yeah.
So you're telling me I should come down on
You
Sunday?
should totally. Well, Friday or Saturday or Thursday or Wednesday.
Sunday's the actual anniversary day.
So Sunday's the actual day.
Yeah,
so
we'll be live music Friday and Saturday this week. So, yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's great. Okay, so my kids are animals. Is it still kid-friendly?
for
Well,
sure.
outside maybe. No, we're upstairs in the corner. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, very kid-friendly.
Perfect.
We do have a patio outside, and there's a big old yard that kids can run off all kinds of energy. So.
All right, so I'll get one of those little blue leashes. Okay, we're good. All right, I think I can do this.
Putting the kids on the leash.
But yeah, Newfields, New Hampshire, that's, pretty close to the seacoast. We only have, 11, 13 miles of seacoast. So the nice thing about it is if you're out at the seacoast, it doesn't take you long to get anywhere.
Exactly.
So you can get to Newfields in less than half an hour, no matter where you are on the seacoast.
Yep.
So if somebody's planning a vacation or even a daycation, it's worth coming inland to go to Fire and Spice Bistro.
Definitely. Yeah, we have people come from over an hour just to come visit our restaurant because one thing about our restaurant is we have the majority of our menu is gluten-free. So we have a lot of folks that that follow a gluten-free diet, whether it's they're celiac or intolerant or just following that diet. So a lot of people come to us just because of our gluten-free options. So, but.
Excellent.
A couple of friends that I have, we always have trouble finding a place to go because one of them is gluten-free. So, this is a great option for stuff like that. If you're ever wondering where to go for date night with another couple or something like that,
Yep.
check it out.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
And that's my brother-in-law. He's the one in every crowd. He actually does have celiac, so I'm gonna have to steer him over.
There you go.
He'll love it.
Yep.
All right, should we get started?
Yeah, absolutely.
wings?
What is the mildest wing? That's where we're gonna start with the mildest.
The mildest wing is the cider apple Thai chili wing,
Okay.
which is this one here. And that one is, that actually came about because I wanted to have a sweet chili sauce that Melanie could eat, because most of them are not gluten-free. The commercial ones that are on the market. So, so I just came up with that one.
But all the sauces, all the naked hot sauces are gluten-free.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So why don't we all take one of those, and after we bite in, we'll start with the couple questions we got for you guys.
Okay.
I think I broke the protocol.
Oh, my
It's already
God.
3 wings.
The
in.
special sauce has some kick.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see it in your eyes.
It's okay. It still looks like there's enough for all of us so that we can all enjoy it.
I did try to make sure that
Thank you.
there was enough for everybody.
Thank you. All right, let's dig in.
Also want to mention that we have producer Ed mic'd up today. So, Ed, why don't you go ahead and grab a wing too?
There's enough wings for all. So.
That's very good.
Whoa. Thank you.
Which one is this? Just out of curiosity.
The one with no label?
Yeah.
That is the one.
Oh, I'll stay away from that
what
one.
it's
No,
that's what
it's
called. It's
Oh,
called
you're
the
going
one.
to eat it by the end.
Okay.
it's not that spicy.
Okay.
But
No,
it's like
it's called the one.
our
The one.
number
Oh,
one
okay.
bestseller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like can't keep it on the shelves.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
To try this one then.
No, we're doing this one.
Oh, that one. All right.
Yeah.
We got to go in order, bud.
You
That's
do.
That's the whole thing.
All right.
Careful.
Here we
Pass
go.
that down, please. And a plate.
Thank you. And I'm going to share with the other cameraman, Dom, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is Dom like that?
All right.
So this
He's not. We're going to have
sauce
to share a mic right here.
is good for. This
Snuggle
sauce
up,
is
boys.
good for marinating.
Chicken, pork,
Brisket,
steak
yeah.
tips. I have a cousin who brushes it on meatloaf because that's the only way her son will eat it.
Wow.
But it's just a good all-around sweet chili sauce. If you dip in egg rolls or chicken fingers from your favorite Chinese joint, you don't want that crappy duck sauce that they send.
Yep. My wife stays away from the spicy stuff, so this will be right up her alley.
And yeah,
Really
exactly.
sweet.
It's very family friendly.
Exactly.
And the kids love it too. So
Throw some chicken nuggets in there for the kids.
yeah, for sure.
All right, so the first question is for David. Let's just get to know a little bit more about you. So, who are you, and what do you do?
Let me get my voice back here after I
Oh my God.
think I grabbed the wrong one. So I had a little bit of kick.
Is he gonna make it?
You did.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't, which one's that one?
That's the jerk. Wait,
No,
No, that one.
that
I
one.
think I don't know.
that's the special.
that's the special one.
the secret sauce.
Well, I took my glasses off, so they all look the same to me. But, my name is David Keslar. I own an insurance agency with my wife, Lisa Keslar, in Newmarket, New Hampshire, not too far from Fire and Spice. And we've been there for just a little over 8 years. We do personal lines and commercial lines. There are 6 of us, and we're licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts.
Excellent. Yeah. So, tell me a little bit more about that. So, you've been in the business 8 years, so you must have seen a lot of things.
Actually, been in the business longer. Prior to that, I used to own an Allstate agency
Okay.
up in Wolfboro, New Hampshire, and sold that and started a independent agency with my wife and I. But yeah, we have seen a lot of changes in the industry. Some ups and downs. the home market has been crazy, as everybody knows. I would say in the last couple of years since COVID, one of the interesting things is we insured a lot of homes where people bought without inspections, people bought without visiting, they purchased online. We insured a lot of motorhomes, RVs that people just were purchasing during COVID to get away and using them for all kinds of different reasons. It could be living in, it could be just saying, I'm taking my kids on a trip around the country and I'm going to educate them myself. So since COVID, we've seen a lot of different unique situations with different items we can insure.
So the one thing that stuck out to me there was the without inspections, and then how does that affect you in your job from the insurance aspect of it?
Well, we like to see inspections because it helps us with determining replacement. It helps us with determining the condition of the property. We don't necessarily need them, but they are helpful. We do have access to other technologies that can provide us with that information. But, just when we would talk to people that were moving from across country, you would ask them questions about the property, and they really didn't know a lot of the answers. And it made you wonder.
Bought it.
They just saw it online, and we've had many of those cases.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
And it is crazy because one is you want to make sure that you're insuring the correct house. But two, when you're spending that kind of money, I think of it as, oh my gosh, I'd want to go see it, open the door, walk in it. But these people did not. Yeah. They were just buying it online.
Make sure it's actually there.
Make sure it's actually there. Yeah, correct. So,
yeah, that is the market's been kind of crazy, it's been hot, so that's why we started this one, housing market heat. So, thank you for that, and now we'll move on to Melanie. Who are you and what do you do?
Melanie Taillon, and I am a realtor with Coldwell Banker. Been in real estate for over 11 years, licensed in Maine and New Hampshire. I'm also co-owner of Fire and Spice. Also
marketing director of
marketing director of Naked Hot Sauces. What else shall we list?
Lots of hats.
Run a charity, started a charity in 2015 in Newmarket, and 68 Hours of Hunger with my husband, Kevin. So that's what I do. Yeah.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that charity?
So we started the branch in Newmarket after I learned about 68 Hours of Hunger. I didn't know that was even a program out there. I was with a friend at lunch, and the program really hit home with me, as a lot of people may come from food insecurity when they're younger. I did as well. I came from an alcoholic family, and we were teen parents, so we did have a lot of, or I did, food insecurity, and then we did as teen parents. So it really hit home with me, children being food insecure. So as soon as I learned about it, I knew we had to get it started in our town. And it was just finding where to house the program and get it rolling. So so it's in its 7th year, and we feed anywhere from 5 to 30 children in a school year. It kind of depends on what parents are having their children participate. But
yeah, that's awesome. That sounds like a great cause.
Yeah.
And when you really care about something, you're more passionate about it.
Yep.
So
exactly.
I mean, that's why you guys do it. So I appreciate that and getting that word out there. And why don't we move on to wing number 2?
Wing number 2. All right. So I think the next mile, this would be the jerk down there by.
Really? Not the one?
No, the one's a little hot.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. The jerk. Okay.
So the jerk is my version of a jerk.
It's named
sauce.
after John, right?
I was thinking more like Steve Martin. But
That's where my mind went too. Was
I
Steve
haven't
Martin.
even
very
tried
first
this
thing
one
was
yet.
the jerk
I'm
sauce,
just messing
whatever I
around.
call it.
I'm just getting hungry.
We need to grab another. You're getting hangry, are you?
A little bit.
Like one
Don't
of
we all
those
sometimes?
Snickers commercials there. I just feel like that's
yeah.
going down. So my version of a Jamaican jerk, the ones that I made this sauce with were grown locally in Lee, New Hampshire, in high tunnels, which are basically just greenhouses.
Okay.
They're shaped like a car tunnel or whatever.
Yeah, I like the kick. It doesn't seem like it lasts as long as the rest of the spices that I've had before. So
Yeah,
this is something I'm in for.
Nice. And again, you can, I mean, chicken, pork, beef, you could do steak tips with it. You could
Definitely.
Just use it as a sauce to dip chicken fingers or vegetables even. Mix
What do you think,
bit.
John?
I think you could also put it on goat.
Goat.
Jamaican jerk. Come on now.
Sure,
There's
you
a lot of
could
goat
indeed.
down there.
Absolutely.
All right.
I've actually never had goat.
I haven't either.
33 years old. I've never had
But I
goat.
think it'd be great on it. So.
Right? Might as well.
Right.
I've never had
I
goat
think
either.
it's great.
I've never had goat, although I was looking on the order guide yesterday at it. And I was thinking about it.
Next time.
$29 a pound.
Wow.
Okay, maybe 2 times from next time.
All right, so let's get back to some questions. David, what most attracted you to the business?
I'd say when I earlier in my life, probably back in my early 20s, when I finished up, raising hell and decided I needed to grow up. A bunch of us actually started in the insurance world. Just went and sold life insurance, disabilities, annuities, and just kind of followed that path and stayed in it, not really knowing what I was getting into, and enjoyed it and met a lot of people and friends along the way, and just kind of.
Yeah, it seems like it's a long career for you so far, so you must have
I'm
a
not
lot
that
of...
old, but
Whoa,
That's
shots fired.
what I'm saying. You're already on your own. Little partnership with your wife, so you broke away from Allstate. There must have been a little bit difference between what you're doing now and back there. So you might have a little more leeway or something like that. Is
yeah,
that why
we
you
have a
made
lot
that
more
move?
leeway. I mean, Allstate was a great company. They treated us well for many years, but they're you really only have one product. We wanted to grow. We also wanted to be in the seacoast. And so we sold that, and actually my wife was working full-time for another company, and I said, listen, you're quitting that job, and you and I are going to start this from scratch with 3 small kids. So,
Right, so your insurance agency is better able to serve the people in your area than some national company.
we believe so. We take great pride in treating our customers like we want to be treated. Just like Melanie, we're very involved with the community. We do a lot of charity work as well, and we like to support local. And so,
Awesome, yeah. So give a little and give back, something like that.
yeah, we definitely believe if you're going to live or you're going to work in a community, you need to be responsible for that community as well. So
I agree, yeah, 100%.
We like to make sure that we're always involved. We know what's going on. We've known Melanie and Kevin for quite some time, and we believe in supporting their businesses and also charities and so forth. So
Perfect, yeah, awesome. And Melanie, what attracted you most to the business?
Well, before I answer that, I just want to say ditto, because Keslar Insurance is our insurance company, not only personally, but commercially. So they are fantastic. And I also recommend them to my clients as well. So
There you go.
yeah, so I just want to
Keslar
say
Insurance,
that.
everyone.
But anyway, so attracted me to the business. So real estate is my 3rd career. And so I was in... I managed restaurants when I was my first career. Then I went into corporate for my second. And then when I left corporate, I was just probably burnout, ready to change. Family was in real estate, my sister, and chatted with her about it. And it just kind of, I was in commercial real estate somewhat in corporate life in the very beginning.
Okay.
And kind of knew things from back then, and I'm like, kind of went back to what I was doing. So I was like, I think I want to get into real estate. It wasn't like anything like I love looking at houses, but a lot of people are like, I just love looking at houses, and I love looking at houses, but I love customer service in the end. So I love spending and growing the relationships with my clients, and that is what I love about real estate. So is you can grow and build your relationships. So that is what I love most about real estate.
Yeah, service is really important in our industry. It reflects on you and your company. That's something we do at PML huge emphasis on service. That way, we get referrals from people, which helps our businesses grow. And I'm sure you guys have experienced the same thing. So making relationships is key, whether it's a client, a potential client, or just someone in the community as well.
It just makes that closing day that much sweeter because you were in that ride with them and you get to really share in that excitement with them. It's more than just a paycheck.
Right, exactly.
It's seeing like someone's dreams come true.
Yep. And they're going to remember that whole relationship, and they're going to refer you to somebody, or they're going to call you 6 years or 2 years down the road and say, I want to buy a second home, or I want, I need to sell my home, or something like that. So they're going to remember, that entire experience. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Or even just a call to say, hey, thanks again. I appreciate it. I still love my house.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, everyone loves to be taken care of, so you guys are all in the perfect industries for that. Because people need to be taken care of when they're purchasing or selling or whatever a home.
Or eating.
Or eating.
Yes.
Indeed.
Or eating.
Food is key.
Right.
Do it at least 3 times a day.
You must love it then.
Very good at it.
Should we move to wing number 3?
Sure. So wing number 3, we're going to go with down the hatch.
Down the hatch.
Down the hatch, which is it's a green chili sauce. It's the predominant pepper in it is Hatch green chili, which is from Hatch, New Mexico.
Okay.
Kind of like Italian wines that have you can't say it's Italian unless it comes from Italy, kind of a thing.
Yep.
Hatch chilies only come from Hatch, New Mexico, to be authentic. So this is a once-a-year sauce.
Why is it only once a year?
Because I can't afford to buy that many Hatch chilies and
okay.
to last the entire year. So it's like a limited time.
Okay, so this is
offer,
like
kind of a
seasonal,
deal.
or is it like
Seasonal,
yeah? Okay. What
Most
season?
of the sauces I can make year round because I purchase enough peppers and I freeze them. I'll roast them and peel them and
Right.
seed them and freeze them, and then I'll just make sauce as I need to throughout the year. But the Hatch ones are special. I don't want to freeze them. I just
Need them fresh.
roast them, peel, and make the sauce. And,
Yeah. Perfect. This
yeah.
one's seasonal. Let's
So
give
this
it a
one's
go,
more
guys.
Mexican or Southwestern, I guess, in style. Think of tacos, burritos.
Well, I feel special that I get to try it today.
Well, you are pretty special.
Oh my goodness.
It's got a little bit more heat than the jerk.
It does. It's like it feels like it's gonna last a little bit longer. And I could definitely see putting this on a burrito or something like that. Something you would dip, even some sort of salsa.
Yeah, for sure. You can dip chips in it. I mean, it's definitely it's got a salsa-esque kind of a thing going.
Seems like so far, it's not just wing sauces; it's a sauce for everything, which I think you've done with all 3 so far, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
It's not just for one item.
Yeah, no, everything that I make, I try to make stuff that's going to be able to be used on a lot of different things. I made a mango habanero sauce. I called it a wing sauce just because people think mango habanero, they think
Right.
wings. So, but honestly, you could put it in a stir fry. You could, pop a salad with it or have it on the side with a charcuterie with some cheese or whatever if you like spicy stuff and cheese. And but yeah, no, everything I make is meant to be used frequently
Yep.
on many different things.
Yeah, I can see using those 3 on different things throughout the week. You can use it. Yeah.
For sure.
Because
Scrambled
there's no
eggs.
preservative, is it? You just,
Yeah.
Go
You don't
through
have
it
to worry
quick.
about it. I mean, the preservatives are vinegars, citrus, and sugar and salt,
Natural, yeah.
which is all pretty much natural. So I don't use any thickeners. I don't use xanthan gum. I don't use guar gum. I don't even know what the hell it is. There's just all these weird things. I don't use filler vegetables. It's a pepper sauce. It's got peppers in it. It's mostly peppers and onion and spices and garlic and stuff like that. So
Yeah. You can definitely taste the freshness.
yeah.
All right, question number 3. You guys ready?
Ready?
All right, David. What is the most common question you receive from your clients?
That's really hard to say. I think a lot of the common questions that we receive are in regards to coverages. Everybody wants to make sure that they have, the best coverage limits that they can have for their house. They want to make sure that their personal belongings are protected. They want to make sure if they have some collectibles that those are protected. So we do get a lot of coverage questions that people, consistently have and so forth. Because insurance, nobody, your insurance policy is probably about 35, 40 pages long. Mm-hmm. And I don't know of anybody that's probably ever sat down and said, I'm going to read my homeowner's insurance policy.
I've never read that.
So there are a lot of exclusions in a homeowner's insurance policy, and policies are not the same. A lot of them vary. It's a very common question for people to want to go over it and really find out what's covered and what's not.
Okay. So, it's just really digging into the policy and figuring out.
They want us to basically tell them what's in the policy, which we can do.
Do their reading.
And take care of that for them. But that is something we'd be more than happy to do. So.
Okay, cool. And Melanie, what is the most common question you receive from your clients?
When are we closing? So, but in reality, whether they're a first-time home buyer or second, selling their home, they always have tons of questions. So whatever they are. And if they've purchased 5 homes, sometimes people think they know how it all works, but it all is potentially very different, or they might forget. So I might say, you purchased your home 8 years ago. Things, might be a little different, or you maybe forgot. So let me go over everything with you again. So they understand the process. Or with selling, people don't understand, what their closing costs are. So I send them all that kind of information because they are going to get it from the title company potentially, but they really want to know what their net is ultimately in the end, type of thing. Right. So it's all just about the knowledge that people have, and I am a huge communicator, and I think communication is key in real estate. Is making sure people are aware of what they need to know in order to get to the end.
So the common things differ between whether they're buyers or sellers, and what's most important to them, I guess. Yep. Awesome. You got any questions or?
I just wanted to kind of elaborate on that, where you're saying communication is key, and that's right. Mm-hmm. We do this every single day. Right. This is all we do. The average person buying, selling houses, how many times are they really going to do that in their lifetime? It's, you might buy a house statistically once every 7 years. Mm-hmm. That's still not doing it every single day. So obviously we want to have those answers for them. We want to, be that resource, and they, give that trust and everything so that we guide them the right way.
That's a good point, John. So should we get to wing number 4?
Sure.
All right. Wing number 4 is red-haired scents. Again, another Southwest-inspired sauce. It's a little bit hotter than down the hatch, and also a little bit thicker. So you kind of know what you're eating. Again, it's not just filler and stuff like that. It's all good natural stuff.
The additional spice in that one. That's a good one.
So far, this one's my favorite, and I like the flavor of it too. It's got that just traditional pepper flavor that you get. I can definitely get the poblanos in it. That kind of smoky taste to it. Yep. I love them.
And everything gets roasted or grilled over mesquite. I don't know if I said that. But yeah, this one definitely gets you.
Yeah.
Salivating.
Ed, did you try that one?
Not yet. Nope.
You're waiting on it?
No, it's right there. I was going to leave you out.
All right. Should we get to question number 4?
Ready.
All right. David, what's your favorite thing about your industry?
I think the favorite thing about our industry is it's continually changing. It's evolving. when you look at homes, new construction, there's new material, there's new technologies, there's different things to look at to ensure. There's actually cyber liability coming into homeowners policies for the insureds, where that used to be really only a commercial product. But as we all have our iPhones and our Google phones and so forth, we're all susceptible for our identity theft, for maybe getting hacked and so forth. So the one thing I really enjoy about the insurance industry is it's changing, it's evolving, continually learning and being challenged every day.
So what happens when something like that comes up for the first time? Someone asks for like cybersecurity from you in their policy. Is that something you got to dig into, or?
No, a lot of policies will come with identity protection, identity theft, cyber. There's a lot of different names. It depends on the insurance carrier and what they call it. But in reality, a lot of them have similar coverages. But as a consumer, you would say to yourself, why do I need this? They don't understand the risk. And the more you use your phone, the more you transfer money, the more you maybe send some personal information, there's somebody out there that has that ability to hack into your phone or steal your information and so forth. So it's new, and we have to educate the consumers in regards to what's happening out there in the marketplace, and share with them why this is important. And the unique thing about several carriers is when you are hacked, you don't know where to start. Like, where do I go? Somebody just, took all the money out of my bank account because I used my debit card. Right. And where do you start? And a lot of insurance companies have groups in place that you can call a 1-800 number, and they will work with you. They will establish a connection with you and a relationship, and they will give you the process and everything that needs to be done and help you along that way.
That's pretty interesting, yeah. That's not something I would ever think of off the top of my head.
Me neither.
Might want to check my coverages.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Hopefully my insurance agent thought of that.
I think he has. And Melanie, what's your favorite thing about the industry?
Well, I already said it, so I cheated. It's building the relationships with the customers / clients. So yeah.
That's fine. Short answers are sweet because we get to go to Wing 5.
There you go.
Wing 5 is all the way down on the other end of the table. That's the one.
All right.
So
I think we got to pour it on here.
You can.
Oh, no,
it's in there. You just have to kind of roll the wing in
dip
it. It's really thick. So the one is, we like to go out to eat. Well, not so much now that we own a restaurant, but we would go out to eat, and they're, we like different ethnic cuisines and things. We went to a local restaurant and got a dish called bibimbap once, and that's like a Korean rice bowl that's got a bunch of different toppings and stuff on top of sticky rice. And they have a sauce called gochujang that apparently most commercial versions of it aren't gluten-free. So I had some leftover peppers from making garden variety a couple winters ago, and I got to thinking, and just kind of like I do, if something pops into my head and I go, oh, I have these ingredients, what can I make with them? Mm-hmm. I just started mashing all these things together and came up with this sauce that was, in a word, awesome. And I called it, the very first iteration of the label, it was called Awesome Sauce. And I can't stand that phrase. It's just everybody was saying it at the time, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be anywhere near that, even though it probably would have been a great hashtag to have and all that stuff and made me millions, but whatever.
It's not about the money.
I have integrity. Anyway, so I decided to call it the One because it's the one sauce that I reach for everything. It's a very sesame forward. It's got tamari in it. It's got ginger in it. It's got roasted garlic, Korean chili powder, Fresno peppers. It's very decidedly Asian in flavor. Okay. It's probably a 5 or a 6 on the heat level on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say. But when you take a bite, I mean, you're eating it on a chicken wing, but picture it on a burger, or picture it dipping French fries in it, or bring back the meatloaf, put it on meatloaf instead of freaking ketchup. You know what I mean? This isn't the 70s anymore. So But this is great with just a plain old bowl of white rice. I mean,
I can see that.
it's that's why it's called the one.
Would you say this is your most versatile sauce?
I would say it's my favorite. So I use, like I said, I use it on everything. I tried it on pizza once and I didn't like it, but then I tried it on pizza again and I loved it. So it might have just been the day. So
Could have been the pizza too.
it could have been, because not all pizzas are the same.
Exactly.
There's another one, the one.
But this sauce, we
But if anyone
can't keep
wants-
in stock. So as soon as we make it, it sells
It's-
out very quickly.
So is it easier to get online or in the stores?
Probably a store.
Okay. Because online, it probably just, once it's loaded, it's gone.
I have people buying 3 bottles at a time.
Or cases.
Or, well, I mean, the restaurants
Why
will
you
buy
gotta do that, Joe?
or the stores will buy cases, but I have a lady in Derry that buys 3 bottles every time she gets it.
How long does this sauce take you to produce a batch of it?
If I can just focus on making sauce, which never happens because the restaurant is my production facility as well. So I have a ton of other things going on, but if I can just focus on making sauce, I can do probably 2 different sauces in a day. Make, not bottle.
Yep.
It takes me half a day to bottle because I'm doing it by hand with a funnel and you know, a big stainless steel pitcher. Because it's so chunky, I haven't found a bottling apparatus or a product that I can use to bottle
Yep.
where I don't have to do it by hand, technically.
Yeah.
You know, like a big stock pot with a spigot.
Yeah, so that's
Because the
actually-
stuff doesn't go through, it won't go through the bend in the spigot on the outside. So
Right. Takes a little bit more time than
yeah,
something.
but it's
mass-produced.
also, I mean, it's handmade.
Right.
You know, you can't really beat it.
You can taste it, that it's
They
handmade.
make what do they make handmade now anymore? Ferraris, Lambos. That's probably
I
about
don't have an
it.
answer off the top of my head.
I think they still hand stitch the seats in Bentleys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Well, that's what I mean.
learning.
Anything of quality is still made by hand.
and you have to charge for that quality, correct?
Indeed. $12 a bottle.
Worth every penny.
Tax-free New Hampshire.
All right, question 5. David, what is one thing you wish you knew before you started?
One thing I wish I knew before I started. I'd have to go back to where we probably started as a business owner when I first owned an Allstate agency. It's a lot of work being a business owner. You know, you're opening the door, you're taking out the garbage, you're building the business, you're doing everything. And as you grow your business, it just, you know, it's more and more of a challenge. And I wish, looking back, I wish I knew what a lot more of those challenges were.
Okay, yeah.
But I did learn along the way, you know, which is something that I really enjoy is learning, making mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and then continue growing and so forth.
Right. I think that's a big thing about business owners and people who are working for themselves is that the mistakes are going to be made. You can't avoid them. You can just learn from them. And that's what makes your business grow stronger moving forward.
Absolutely, we made our fair share of mistakes. You know, we have learned from them, and I think those mistakes have made our agency to where it is today. We continue to grow. We continue to add new people. Making sure we hire the right people is key for us, and just continue moving forward. But it's not easy being a small business owner. You're there. It's 24/7, especially as Kevin and Melanie can attest. When your spouse is involved with you, you know it goes home with you. You try to make sure you separate that, but it's there. It's in your life.
Absolutely. And
Have you been at our house?
You've seen our
Very similar
kitchen.
to ours.
and Melanie, what is one thing you wish you knew before you started?
It probably would have been right when I first started, I guess. So you're told so many things, but you think you probably know so much more than you do, and it's knowing, not knowing, because I didn't start in a robust market such as, we just went through.
Yep.
So, it's building your business, not spending so much money to market your business, because that was a mistake I did. And listening more, I think, in the beginning, and learning more, because I definitely am a big learner and love to learn and continue to learn, because you can always learn. But knowing that I probably should have definitely took more time to sit back and learn and mentor with people, and I didn't do that. That was probably my biggest mistake when I first started, is not mentoring with someone.
Right.
So
There's a lot of people out there who have more experience than you, or not you specifically, but
Right.
in general in any industry you're in.
Yeah.
Listening is huge. Here at PML, we got people who are brand new, people who have been here decades, not here, but in the industry.
Right.
So everyone has something to offer. Listening's huge, even at home. So,
Yep.
Especially at home.
For you?
And especially when you are partners in a business as well.
Yeah.
I
I think that's great advice from you guys both. So why don't we move on to wing number 6?
Wing number 6
The final.
is the final one. David's already partaken of it.
Oh, yes.
So he's gotten a little taste.
That's got a little
if you
bit. It's got a
will.
lot of taste.
Wing number 6 is a newer sauce that I had an overabundance of habaneros, and like I mentioned before, the original sauce was garden variety. So I took the garden variety recipe and I substituted habaneros for 90% of the peppers that are in that. So it has, as yet, has no label.
No
But
labels.
it's no labels. So it's a bit of a jump in heat, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
That's a big jump.
so it's got a good habanero heat. It's not too crazy, I don't think. But
Should we dive in?
Whatever.
jump in.
You
Well,
gotta get
I
the
was
ones on
giving
the
it out
bottom.
by the spoonful
They've
the
been
other night at
soaking
work.
I'm getting one that's right on top, has nothing on it.
There you go.
I'm gonna wait for everybody else to grab a
Oh,
couple
sorry,
so
I'm
that
just,
I can
touching everything. Sorry. I'll
just
get a
gotta
teeny-
drag mine around in it.
Okay.
This is
all
what
I'm
I've been waiting
doing?
for.
There you go.
Last wing.
Very little.
Wanna come take one with us?
I'm gonna leave you guys with all these too, so
It's gonna be a.
take that one home if you want.
Yeah, get in.
Can I get one?
More sauce?
I'm gonna grab
Oh,
one for
gee,
Ken.
I'm throwing tissues
There
everywhere.
you go. Dip on with that
Let's
stuff.
go for the double
I'll
duck.
give you, grab one and I'll give
Okay.
you these two.
I can smell the habanero and I'm very excited.
Pass that down here.
You gentlemen have water?
Let's tell you.
Yeah.
Bread, sugar,
Oh, Nate, you
spoonful
are
of
down.
sugar.
Oh my God.
Be ready.
Remember, it's a 7-minute burn. Sit
7
back,
minutes.
Enjoy.
it,
Watch the
feel the
clock.
burn.
Oh my God.
Cheers. Again, you had it with a spoon the other day without.
Barely ate any of it. I was dying.
It's a slow burn.
It's just gonna be one of the one that grows on you a little bit.
Maybe. I don't honestly think it's that hot, but
I don't know what I ate them.
you ate it with a spoon.
So,
I went for the double dip on it. And I'm enjoying every moment of it.
Me too. Dom's
This
making a
one's-
mess.
That's good.
This one's almost got a Tabasco kind of a feel to it.
It does. You can put it on a couple different things too. I
Oh, yeah.
could see this being on a steak,
For sure.
something like that.
Wings, fish,
Yep.
salmon would probably stand up or hold up really well too, or it would hold up well to salmon.
Yeah.
The salmon's oily and,
Right. Yep.
very strongly flavored, so.
Yeah, it's still there. So this is a good one.
not bad.
It's only been a minute and a half. I'm watching the clock.
See, I like the flavor of habaneros too.
How you doing, Ed?
So Focus on the burn, enjoy the burn.
Well, John's got one more question for us, and it's for everyone in the room. He thinks he's going to have more people side with him. I think he's a liar. And go ahead for it.
Well, I got to go with my family sports team. My family is from New York. We'll hold off on the booze just for now. But as they are in between series at this moment, last question. Red Sox or Yankees?
Red Sox.
Red Sox.
Red Sox.
Oh, boy.
You guys are right, and on the good side.
We saw the pinstripes coming in, but
Just split the 4-game series, so we got another one coming up. And
The Red Sox are just starting out.
exactly.
Yankees started too hot.
A historic start, but this is a franchise that has won over 120 games in a season before. The winningest team in baseball, the winningest team in American sports. I don't get to say sports in general because apparently there's a game called soccer that they play over in Europe, and they told me that there's a team that's won a few more games than the Yankees. So
Yeah, there's a couple over there.
Is that Manchester?
Real Madrid. But anyways, we wanted to thank you guys for coming and coming to our first podcast.
Thank
of
you.
Housing
Yes,
Market
thank you
Heat.
for having
thank
us.
you.
A lot
Thank
of fun.
you.
Sauces
It was
were
fun.
great.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
delicious. I appreciate it, and thank you for leaving the bottles with us. They are not going to last long.
Do you two want to leave your info or your phone number of how you guys can be reached?
Pack of cards.
in the podcast.
Yep.
So why don't you go ahead?
Sure. Keslar Insurance Agency. It's on the web. You can find us at KeslarInsurance.com. We have a lot of social media on Facebook. Please follow us. We are located in lovely downtown Newmarket, right not too far from Newfields. And you can reach us at 603-273-0953. And again, my name is David Keslar, and I am the owner of Keslar Insurance Agency with my lovely wife, Lisa.
With a beautiful radio voice as well.
Right? My God. So Melanie Taillon, Coldwell Banker Realty out of Portsmouth. Address there is 111 Maplewood Avenue in Portsmouth. And my email is melani.taillon@cbrealty.com. And my cell phone is 603-397-2397. Also, Fire and Spice Bistro. You can find us on the web at fireandspicebistro.com. And the phone number there is 603-418-7121.
And I'm Kevin Taillon, chef, owner, partner of Fire and Spice Bistro, also owner of Naked Hot Sauces, both located in Newfields, New Hampshire, at 70 Route 108. And you can find Naked Hot Sauces online at www.nakedhotsauces.net or at our flagship store, Fire and Spice Bistro.
Yep, and all the places he mentioned earlier. So tune back into that if you're looking for a place more local to you.
And they are all listed online on the web as well.
Perfect. All right, thanks, guys. I
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.